TCL, this is Scorpion72 with another video, bringing you the brand new Lex Luthor in armor. That's right, DC Collectibles is doing another Lex Luthor, but he hasn't been done in a while, since, especially in this armor, since maybe Infinite Crisis, Crisis of Infinite Earth, sorry, way back like about 5 years ago, and of course Public Enemies, Lex Luthor in battle armor, which is kind of bulky and awkward, but based on the animated series. So I'm bringing you today, actually just came out today, Wednesday, July, I believe 15, Lex Luthor. He's the Lutz figure. So he comes in this window box, as you can see the figure here, and he comes with a helmet, which is something that we haven't really ever gotten for Lex Luthor. I guess he's so vain and boasting his intelligence and his superiority that he feels not to wear a helmet, which I always wondered why, like, he'd be completely covered and completely armored up, but would leave his head clearly unprotected. So, on the side we have a little silhouette, and on the other side we have him with the helmet on. And you can see who is done by here, based on the designs of Tony Daniel, and the sculpting is done by Joe Mena. So, and on the back, get a little info. Don's on the armor during the Forever Evil storyline in DC Comics. If you check them out, the videos, I reviewed the Forever Evil Crime Syndicate. And they also show you another box set of 7 figures that you can get there. 3 good guys, 3 bad guys, and Catwoman. I guess Catwoman is like, you know, good and bad depending on the day. Alright, so let's get this bad boy open up and see what he's all about. Here we are, we're back. Lex Luthor, the package. Infinite Lex Luthor. So, he does come with 2 accessories apparently. Helmet I did mention. The other thing is his jetpack. There is articulation in this jetpack. This one's a little stiff. So the jetpack, simply, you see this little peg right here, and this little hook mechanism. Well, not mechanism, but little hook hinge there. So all you do is hook on like that, push in the peg. Let's see. You gotta kind of line up the peg with them. And there we go. You can push it in nice, firm, and tight. Cable cord here. She can go into this part of his forearm, I believe. I thought it went into his upper chest like the other thing, but the other cable, but it goes right into here. This takes some doing, but it may or may not pop out. Seeing how I'm just doing this for the first time. And of course you have his helmet, which is actually not technically a full helmet, it's just like a faceplate. Goes right on there, and there you have Lex Luthor ready for some battle. So let's go over the articulation real quick. Shoulder movements. Shoulder pads kind of hinder the shoulder movements. Bicep swivels. He does have a single bend in the elbows here and here. Of course, it does not bend any further back, which technically, because due to the armor and these wrist guards. Wrist guards do swivel. So this one is his laser gun. I guess it's like a regular green laser, since he thinks everything green, or it could be a kryptonite laser. Up to you. There is articulation in the arm. It's on the ball joint, so you can go up, down, and around. This one looks like a more powerful weapon here. Seeing it's just one blast. Could be like a flamethrower type thing, or whatever you want it to be. Same thing with his hand here on the ball joint. So you have one fist hand, one gripping hand. The articulation in the waist, it's mostly up here. It's on the ball joint. So you see, you can go like this, like that. It could go from side to side. As I mentioned before, the wings are articulated. Let's go back up, sorry, for a bit. His head, it's kind of stiff, but is articulated on a ball joint. As you can see, he has this little cocky smirk on his face, because he just knows that he's intelligent, Mr. Lex Luthor. Leg movement, straight forward, up, down. Can kind of do the splits outwards. Let's see. He has a single bend in the knee, but he does have swivel right at the thighs on both sides. And he has swivel just below the knee, right there at the boot cut. And he does have ankle movement, but there is no like rocker ankle like some of the previous figures. So, all in all, seeing this figure out package and stuff, not bad. Kind of reminds me of that armored suit he wore in was it DC Online? Remember the opening intro, which is pretty wicked. This suit reminds me of that. So we're going to compare him now. You know, I like to do my before and after, so I'll start with that first. So I'm going to compare him with the DC Universe Classics Lex Luthor, excuse me. So you can see the difference in height. So I always wondered, like, where does his legs go? Like, if he's technically only like, you know, 6 something, his legs definitely can't reach all the way down here, and wouldn't bend at the knees, and same thing with the arms. So I always wondered that if he's inside the middle part of his suit, is he actually have his arms in the shoulder parts? I always wondered that. Here you can see it a little bit more realistic. This one, not so much. Kind of weird. But then again, this is a 6-inch figure, so we're going to compare him to, say, Superman from DC Collectibles. So I guess technically, if you compare that, it makes more sense. As you can see, they would be the same height. It is possible that his legs could be right where the knees are, and with the head and everything can match up. Cena is kind of a bigger figure. Then again, it is comics. So, we're going to go with another DC Universe Classic Superman, so you can get the height comparison. We're going to go with a DC Classics Shazam, once again. I believe he's about 8 feet tall, according to the specs. As you can see, it does look like 8 feet tall. These figures are normally 6.5. So he's about 8 to 7.5, I think, in height with the wings. Of course, you don't have to count the wings, but I must say the design inside here, if you can see that, is really, really well done. It almost looks like it's lit up. I like the green they use. It makes it look like everything's lit up and his suit is activated. One more comparison we're going to do here is the Swamp Thing. And as you can see, he is pretty much toe to toe in height with Swamp Thing, you know, antlers pending, but yeah, he is pretty much the same height as Swamp Thing. So if you got a Swamp Thing figure, mine, I did a video on how to get the wings off safely, and like you could actually put them back on, because I know that when you release them, the wings are non-removable, but there's a way to get them off if you ever want to do that. Swamp Thing. So you can see the height comparison there, and you can see it's not too far off. So all in all, this Lex Luthor is not bad at all. I'm really liking it. We don't get many Lex Luthors, especially in armor, but this one really is well done. Gonna fiddle around more with it, make sure everything's intact. I'll do an update video if there's any quality issues, but as you can see, it's just a lot of scuff marks here in the armor. On the back, it looks like he's been dinged up a bit, like he's been in a few battles. I am happy that he does come with a helmet, or well, you know, the faceplate that acts as a helmet. It technically is a helmet, because Lex Luthor is always going to battle without protecting his head, especially in an armored suit. Not to say that most villains don't already do that, or heroes. But if you're gonna be in a suit like this, and you're gonna be going around like kind of like Iron Man, it's a good thing to protect your face or your head, unless you have a force field that you know, is activated when you get close to any like projectiles get close to his body armor, his armored suit. Sorry. So yes, No more purple and greens. The greens this time around are more like almost like army type camouflage type greens. But like I said before, these greens right here, it looks like the suit is activated. And there is two little round boosters at the bottom of his boots that will act as jetpack. And there you go. So this figure just came out. If you've been getting the DC collectible action figures, and they've been doing a bang up job with their figures, and I'm sure in about a week's time they're gonna have a lot more to show us at San Diego Comic-Con. They already showed like almost 20 figures just this past week, as like they always tend to do. It's tradition for them nowadays, is to show a little something. That just goes to show how much they have to show at the show next week at San Diego Comic-Con. So it's going to be a very big year for DC collectible fans, and they're pulling up the stops there. The quality's up there, the paint is up there, the accessories, the sculpting. There's DC Collectibles has something for everybody this year, guaranteed. Whether it's bus, action figures, you name it. The thing I'm really looking for is the Batman animated series action figures. They're looking pretty nice, and I can't wait to get my hands on those, as well as the rest of the DC heroes and villains. So this is Scorpion72 with another review of Lex Luthor and Battle Armor from the new 52 line. Alright, so thanks for watching, and until next time, little TCLs, take care.